Okay, let's create a Deepseek AI on control plane. First, I'll create a global virtual cloud. I'll call it the RON cloud. It can run in any region. I'll just choose Amazon, let's say US East. It doesn't really matter what region you choose. And now, in order to run Deepseek, you can leverage our marketplace, and we have different things you can run. Of course, you can run any workload, but I'll choose Olama. And I'll create the app and I'll call it Olama. And let's see what I need here. So first of all, the UI is fine. The API, I want, let's make it 1T4. I'll have a volume set and good enough. So install. And it will get us the both the Olama UI as well as the Olama web service. And these are running in containers. And in a moment, this is a Helm chart. So in a moment, it will be running. So you can see here, I have a volume set to hold my models. I can make it bigger or smaller. I have an identity, which is required by the policy to grant a secret to the workload. And the secret, I guess, has some configuration data. This is all coming from the template. I could have created it all manually instead of using a Helm chart, but I created a Helm chart to give me easy access to Olama. If I look at my volume sets, I can see it's creating a general purpose volume set. I can see if it's bound already. It is, which means now the workload is the Olama workload is using this excuse me volume set called Olama. So now when I go to my workloads, I can see it's a stateful workload. It's still not ready. I can see the readiness status by going to deployments. And I can see it's waiting for container readiness. It says to increase availability, consider using more than one replica. One replica is plenty good for me. Okay, so we'll wait for it to for the container to show it is ready. Should be ready pretty soon. And once it's ready, I will set the model to Deepseek R1, and then we can start issuing API commands against it. So let's refresh, and it's still waiting for the container readiness. I can look at the spec in terms of resources, and I can see I'm using an NVIDIA T4. I have 6 CPUs and 7 gigabytes of RAM. So we'll wait for the Amazon API to basically grant us a node with a T4 GPU. So that may be taking a second. We can look at the events, and we can see it was created. We can look at the log data. Oops, log data. And it's running port 8080, application startup complete. And I believe this is the UI. So that's the Olama UI. We can see the Olama UI is running, but the Olama service is still waiting, I guess, for resource. So we'll give, and I think it's now running. So what I'm going to do, if I look at the workloads, I can see my Olama is ready. And what I'm going to do is go to the UI and let's see if I can just open it. And here it is. It says Olama. I guess that's its UI. And this is running locally. So I'll get started. Okay. Enter your full name. Okay. Okay, so now let's select a model and let's see if we can add a model. Uh, let's see, Deepseek R1. Let's see how we can add a model here. So I never really use this UI, I always use the CLI. So let's see, select a model, no result found, add the model, new chat. If I click here, admin panel, and let's see, workspace, function settings, models. Um, let's see if I can manage models. Pull a model from olama.com. That's what I want. So I want Deepseek R1. Boom. That's cool. It's pulling the, oh, that's just the manifest. Then it probably has to pull the actual model. So it's verifying the digest. And you see this is all running on control plane. We have a TLS endpoint. If we want a custom domain, we can easily make it happen. So now that we have the DeepSeek being pulled, oh, you see the model has been pulled. Fantastic. So now we can just create a chat and we can say, how many days are in a week? And there are 7 days in a week. So you see the performance is great. Wow, this is amazing. So let's see what else can we do. How to calculate the distance between the Earth and Mars. This is just random stuff coming out of my brain. And let's see, it's thinking. So it sounds like calculating the distance between the Earth and Mars is more difficult than how many days are in a week. But still, we get an answer. Okay, well, based on my Newtonian physics understanding, this looks right. Of course, I'm kidding. It could be lying out of its teeth, but anyway, I'm not going to Mars anytime soon. But that's how easy it is to run uh, DeepSeek on control plane. And in terms of the cost, um, let's take a look. We're charging you